I can't believe I stopped my mic. Okay, I say everything again. Thank you, Volotac, for letting me know that my mic was off. So, hello everyone. I can't believe I'm still making those silly mistakes, but I don't stream enough, I guess. So yeah, I was showing this for the people who were wondering what I was doing with this weird pen. It's a pen for to take notes during screening. I stole it from a cabinet at DreamWorks a while ago, and I was saying that it would be cool to have a pencil that would make light like that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they really used it, but I thought it was really fun. Look at that. I could literally draw in the dark with that. That would be funny. I should try. Um, so yes, Volo Volotao. Sorry, I thought it was a C. Um, welcome. I see that you're a newcomer, so welcome here. I'll be finishing up this drawing tonight. I was saying that I saw the line here is not parallel to the side. I mean, it's not vertical. It's like leaning on the left. Um, so I'll fix this. I'll beef up the side of the hill because I feel it's a little precarious. But maybe it's just because of the inclination of the tower. Can you confirm me? You can hear me? I don't see any reaction and I'm getting paranoid. Let me check. Is anybody alive on YouTube? Um, oh, Jeroen. Okay, you can hear me. Hi, Jeroen. Welcome here. So the menu tonight is fixing this drawing. So there's a number of tiny things I have to fix. Mostly I'll try also to add a little bit of a tone for the background and maybe some clouds. And then fix all the little weirdness that I noticed now, like the size of this bowl compared to the size here. The pile of stone that is supporting the drawbridge here. Um, my son just swung by to give me his 2 cents about the drawing, and he thinks I should fill it with light gray here. So I told him I would not. Sorry. What else? That's pretty much it. Unless you see anything that is not working or that you would question if you were me, because you have more perspective than I do on the drawing. So I'll take any comment with gratitude and any question too. Anyway, do you have any question before I begin? It's the summer. But I'll take any kind of question, even a wintry question. I'm saying it's the summer because it's really, really hot, and I put a fan in my studio. I'm hoping the microphone doesn't catch the. It's quite silent, but you'll let me know. So I'll wait for a few seconds for any question or comment or anybody who wants to introduce himself or herself. Any English-speaking person here? Or I'm speaking English for no reason. There's only French-speaking people. I'll speak French. Let me know. In the meantime, I'll work on the value of this tree right there. As you can see, it's a pretty long mine. A long lead. Sorry, French word for lead is mine. Is mine. So I got confused. And if you're curious about it, and even if you're not, I'll tell you anyway. This is a courtesy of this beautiful piece of equipment of mine called a pencil sharpener, but this one is special. It's a German one, or at least it's made in Germany. I'm assuming it's a German one. So there is like a little thing that stops the lead here. Solanri, welcome. So no one wants to tell me if they're English speaking. I'm gonna speak French. Be careful. Anyway, so as you can see, there's a, no, as you can't see because you can't see the, can you focus here? Well, first of all, it says masterpiece, so it's very encouraging. Let's see if you can have a little bit of, there you go, masterpiece. And there's a hole with a number 1 here. Sorry about that. And there's a hole with number 2. You can see it, right? So number 1 is the regular pencil sharpener that is going to basically wear off the wood of the pencil. But the beauty of it is that the lead is going to go through the pencil sharpener. You'll see. So I'll undo it with another pencil. This one. There you go. Now this one's already sharpened in this way. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty normal until you pull it out of it, and you see you basically just wearing off the wood, and it's revealing the lead, which is convenient when you enjoy long leads. And then after the second little hole, it's just, the purpose of it is just to sharpen the tip of your pencil. You can also do it in an electric sharpener. And you have long lead, and long leads are convenient to do that kind of thing. Anyway, it's quite an expensive, it's like 10 euros, so or maybe a little more, maybe 12, I don't know. As far as pencil sharpener go, it's quite expensive, but I think it's really worth it. I really enjoy it. So as I told you, there's a fan going on, so I'll make sure the fan is not. Okay. Okay, so no question. Everybody's shy. You will regret it. I'm sure I had a good answer to your question. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm actually gonna use this beautiful long lead right away. And it's also a nice way when you're toning like that to create some interesting texture. And honestly, half of the work is done by the pencil. So, and by that I mean that the texture that is getting created by the pencil quite randomly, because I'm not applying any determined gesture to it, is really a big help for me. Because in the variation of the graphite, I see volumes and elements, and I get ideas from that. So I'm not, obviously I can't guarantee that you'll get the same, but the beauty of it is that you'll get your own, which is even better. Oh, we have a question. Well, Jeroen, make yourself at home. Feel free to ask any question, and thanks for the introduction. So just one question before you dive into your work. So you found me on Instagram recently? You just did, or? Because that would mean Instagram is useful for something, which would help me to motivate myself to keep posting there, because it's actually quite exhausting. It got a little tedious recently. This is why I stopped posting. I took a break from the beauty of social media. What are you studying, by the way? Are you an art student? Yep. Okay. And so right now I'm moving slightly on the left, the pile of the bridge. Not the pile, but the pile that is supporting the drawbridge. If I want to be honest, I would need even to push it more. I don't know. I don't like it. We're gonna cheat and pretend we didn't notice. We're gonna indicate a little bit of masonry and also some natural organic formation. Wow, 2 people from Instagram, and you were not following me before. That would be a first, I think. Um, Thanks for stopping by then, if you didn't know what I was doing. I mean, most of the time I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm here too, so that will make 3 of us. I'll check on YouTube to see if anybody's alive. No, everybody's dead on YouTube. YouTube people, you're dead. Oh wow, interesting, Jeroen. Um, well, even if it's not your field of study, if you have any question, um, I'll be happy. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm also going to try to fix all the value organization, not to fix it, but to make sure it's consistent and that every ground reads in the proper order, which means that this one should be in front of this one, and it's quite important, and it's actually the point of, not the point, when you're doing figurative drawing, you're basically creating an illusion. By that I mean you're pretending that on this surface, which has 2 dimensions, a flat sheet of paper, you're pretending really hard and using all your craft to make sure that people believe there are actually 3, by creating depth. And for that there are a number of things, perspective, a number of technique, perspective being one of them, shading, um, composition, line weight, density of details. You could use color too. If I was doing color, I would use color just to make sure that the illusion of depth is working as it should. I hope the drawing comes the way I want, but to be very honest with you, I'm not really sure if I know how I want it to turn. I mean, that's, I want it to look good. I have some kind of an idea. I used to have some kind of an idea in mind at the beginning. If you missed the previous session, I said that I was basing the general shape on a German bird, which is a hilltop, not necessarily a hilltop, but some kind of a hilltop village. Um, and this German place is called Elz Castle, ELZ. I'm not. I don't know if you're in the Netherlands. Maybe you visited Germany. Maybe you've been there. I've never been there. I wish. I want to go there because it's absolutely gorgeous. Um, and so many places, in Europe in general, but in Germany, I've never been to Germany. I've never been to Eastern Europe either, so I have this big fantasy about these places. And I'm not sure getting there is gonna, improve the fantasy. Most of the time, it actually kills the fantasy. And I mean, at least for me, um, I'd rather go to a place without any preconceived idea or image in mind. Um, Also, I'll show you later. I'll take a break. The reason why I'm interested in those villages in Germany is because I discovered the drawings of Victor Hugo, the writer. It was a while ago. I can't remember who introduced me to his drawings. But if you didn't know, so yeah, Victor Hugo, on top of being a genius writer, was also practicing graphic art and mostly drawing. And he did some mind-blowing images that stuck to my mind really hard. And it has been like that for the longest time. So if you're not familiar with his work, do yourself a favor, a big one, and take a look at it. It's very unique. The technique is very free, very spontaneous, and he's a really big inspiration for me. Okay, now we're going to try to address the angle of this wall. It's not much, but it was bugging me. Anders, I know you're here. I can't hear you. Tell me something. The name of the castle, Jerwin, if this is what you're asking, and if it's not, I apologize because of the delay in Twitch, is Elz, E-L-Z. I don't think there's a T. Let me check. There might be a T, actually. Of course there's a T, I'm sorry. E-L-T-Z. Wow, someone on YouTube. Mont Saint-Michel, well, yeah, it's well, it's steeper, I would say. There are a number of places. There's a place in Italy, and I can't remember. I think it's the place that inspired Umberto Eco for the abbey in The Name of the Rose. By the way, if you haven't read The Name of the Rose, and if you enjoy reading, I strongly advise you take a look at it too. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. And I read this was the first book I read from Umberto Eco, and the other ones I read Foucault's Pendulum, and it was much harder. I mean, it was much harder to read. It's I don't know. I feel it was a little snobbish. I don't know. I apologize if you're a big Umberto Eco fan, but Name of the Rose, I could live with it. You know, there was like every now and then a page in full Latin and without any translation. And I studied Latin, but it was a while ago, and I would have never been able to translate it anyway. But I was like, what's the point of putting that if no one understands it? You know, besides your scholar buddies. But it was not too frequent, and the book was so good that I was willing to forgive anything. Foucault's Pendulum was much harder, and not as entertaining and exciting. And it was interesting, but almost more like an essay. Wow, you're reading it. Well, I envy you, you know, because it was at the back of an edition of the Lord of the Rings once, I remember, and someone was saying that he was envying whoever was reading the Lord of the Rings for the first time, because he was just basically discovering this whole new world just to himself or herself, and I can understand the feeling. Um, I don't know. Let us know if you come back for another stream session, what you're thinking about it. You haven't seen the movie? I mean, that would be great if you haven't even seen the movie. You're gonna imagine everything. And, yeah, you better watch it afterwards. It's a really good movie, really good. Actors are really good too. But I had seen the movie before reading the book, unfortunately. Especially the character of Salvatore that you're about to meet in the Abbey, which is he's not one of the main characters, but he's fascinating. And I mean, you'll see. There's also a description at some point of the I'm not sure how to say it, the gate of the abbey, and there's like a beautiful sculpture from 11th or 10th century. In French we say Roman. I don't know the equivalent, how you say it in English. Romanesque, Roman. I mean, it's art basically from the 10th to the 12th century in some areas. And there's so the description of the gate, the portal, as we say in French, is like it lasts for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 pages, just pure description of all the creature displayed and the scene. It is mesmerizing, really. Okay, you can hear me. We have a connection issue. Well, that's a first. Oh man, it's doing it again. Oh, there you go. It's my cable. We're back. Okay, where was I? Um, yeah, you have the head of Sean Connery in mind, and I was talking about the description of the gate of the abbey, which is based on a French abbey in the center of the country. And the description goes on for like 6 to 8 pages, and I was saying it was mesmerizing with all the intricacy of the sculptures, and it is really quite something. Oh well. So where are you from, Volatile? Are you French? Brazilian? And are you living in Brazil? And I'm adding little, a texture of um, stone here, and I changed pencil in case you're wondering if you noticed. It's a 3H, so it's much harder, and I'm putting minimal pressure on my pencil right now because I don't want the texture of the stone. I'm not even sure you're noticing it because of the distance between the camera and here. Um, and I need to pay attention to the spacing between all of that. If it's too regular, it's going to look strange. Where are you in Brazil, if I may ask? And are you studying in Brazil in a school? Are you building your own education online? Picking up classes here and there? Or what are you doing? Oh, okay. And when you're talking about the industry, is it concept art or concept art for video game or movie, or is it animation that you're interested in? I'm gonna add a chimney on the top of this roof because it's a really big castle, so it's probably cold as hell. I mean, if you get the maybe. I see what you mean, volatile, but I mean, I think I see what you mean. When I was in school, I graduated in 2003, so it was a long time ago. And I'm not pretending that I know the situation in Brazil or even the current situation in France as far as teaching goes. That said, there are now schools that are dedicated to teaching concept art. Um, I'm not sure it's an entry level position anyway, or it should be. So I'm not sure you're asking for any advice, but I will just say that be patient and don't expect everything from the school because naturally I would say that they can't really teach you everything. They can teach you the technique, but technique is not gonna give you everything. It's more of your own curiosity and your ability to find whatever can nurture your imagination and your personal world. That down the road, I feel, at least, I mean, it's very personal, but this is my feeling about it, that is going to make a real difference. It doesn't mean you cannot find a job at 25, some people do, but I don't know. When I was a student in art school, all I wanted to do was um, earning a living while drawing. I wanted to be paid to draw. So at first I went into publishing. I was an illustrator for a very short period of time. I mean, I was doing an illustration. I can't say I was really an illustrator because I didn't really know what I was doing. It's slightly better now, but even now, um, having a degree, it made a difference in my head. As far as getting a job, I don't think it ever helped me. Actually, I'm wrong. It did help me when I was applying for a visa in the United States, and the higher your degree, the better the chances you get a visa are. But as far as art practice or uh, making an impression during an interview, no, never. It never helped. It never. It was But I mean, when I was, I didn't begin, before going to art school, I went to art history school in Paris. It was actually inside the Museum of the Louvre, which was really, really good. The school was really good, but it was only doing art history. There was no um, actually artistic education per se. So I felt um, I really needed to, when I decided to give it a try, um, I didn't have a very high opinion of myself because I felt I had wasted time, which actually I had not. It was a big plus that I studied art history. So I wanted to reorient myself, basically. I mean, change the field of studies. And so I wanted to finish it. But it was more of a, for my personal, my feeling of insecurity rather than anything else. I can understand the people um, that say that you need to ditch school and it's useless to get a job for this field, especially people from Northern America, but because of the cost of the education down there. I don't know about Brazil. Is it super expensive? Um, there's a I met people and I learned stuff in art school that I wouldn't have been able to learn if I was, building my education online through, website like CGMA or Brainstorm. Um, but considering the cost of college in the United States, it's completely ridiculous. So in the United States, definitely. And if it's too expensive in Brazil, I would consider really hard if the investment is worth it as far as paying the tuition and everything else. In France, it's different. Even private art school, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to provoke anybody, but believe me, even private studies in France are cheap compared to what they cost in the US, for example. And and I understand it can be for people, including myself. I didn't want to go to private school because of the price, and I finished in the private sector. I began in the public school. I didn't want to go there, but I was so disappointed by the mentality in the public school. I managed to enter, which was the Art Décoratif of Paris, that I decided to give the private school a try. Oh yeah, it's pretty far. 3 hours is quite a long commute. I don't know if you say commute for school, but anyway. Um, the beauty of kneaded erasers. Seriously. This is black magic. I love the kneaded erasers. There's a fly that has been flying around for a while now in my studio. And I was like, no, please leave. I'm doing a live drawing session. We're going to try to get in my nose. And sure as hell, she's there, bugging me. It's really hard not to make cheap puns with insects, don't you think? Uh, I mean, it's hard for me to not to do cheap puns. In France, they have taxes. What do you mean? Of course, we do have taxes, but public schools are free, for real, completely free. I think it looks like it's similar than the Brazilian situation from what you described, but I just want to make sure I understand what you mean by taxes. Sorry for the little interruption. I went on YouTube to check, and there was a bunch of messages. No, the school don't tax the students at all. Government taxes people who, unless you can't really afford to pay tax. In this case, you're exempt and you're not paying taxes. Um, I'm shading this side of the roof a little more because of the shadow already present there. I'm gonna try to. It's so. I'm not sure you guys are seeing much of whatever I'm trying to do. Okay, getting a little closer. And there you go. Stop bouncing around, tripod. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. I think I'm gonna work on the cloud in the background. So, I'm going to get rid of this fine tree shade here. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not really good at that. I'm learning every session. Well, I'm pretty much learning, but I'm not good at that every session. But I'm hoping you'll get something out of it. Um, I'm gonna put something underneath, which is a black portfolio, because there is like a texture, a fake wood texture on my desk, and I don't want it to be printed on my drawing. Okay, so this is a pencil holder, and I really want to make sure I'm not applying too much pressure. Doesn't look like it's a good idea. I want to create a gradient, the feeling of a gradient, um, which will be having a darker sky at the top. Wow. 10 viewers. Guys, you're silent. Say something, please. Say hi. Or not. Tell me where you're coming from. It really feels weird to speak English by myself. I feel like I need to see a shrink. Or a psychiatrist. Probably more a psychiatrist. Oh, okay. Well, we'll tell your excuse. Is everybody else drawing? I'm switching from 3H to H. Ready? Buckle up. Come on, fly. Leave me alone. Oh, someone on YouTube. Stein Bjorn. Hello? Come on, Twitch people. Even the YouTube people who usually are dead quiet are more talkative than you are tonight. What's going on? So as you can see, I'm smudging with a regular tissue. And by doing that, I'm losing the shape of my castle, so I'm bringing it back. See, if you don't work traditional, you won't have a nice brush like that. That's one of the many perks of the traditional way of doing things. Also, the noise, the pencil on the paper, something else you won't have with a tablet. I used to have a teacher back when I was in art school, and she was teaching us analytic drawing. Her name was Geneviève, I mean, her first name was Geneviève, Constant. And whenever this class would be too silent, she would complain that she wouldn't hear us drawing. And it didn't make her very happy. So usually right after that, everybody was drawing loudly, which means with a lot of energy. And it was like I don't know in English how you say a group of cicadas, because there is a word for every group of animal pretty much. Like in French actually. How do you say that? Let's take a break. Word for a group of cicadas. Anybody had animal group name? I'm not sure it's going to be cicadas, but bee, a swarm of cicadas, a grist of bees. Never heard of it. A bed of clams. Can you believe it? A duel of doves. A herd of elephants. A gang of elks. A down or husk of hares. Wow. Minnows. I think swarm. It's only the bees are the only. Oh, wasp. A pledge of wasps. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a swarm of cicadas. Um, I'm going to clean the edge of the cloud with this beautiful tool, the Sakura electric eraser. I'm still waiting for a sponsorship, Sakura. I've been advertising for your product for the longest time now. Whether it is the Micron pens for the electric eraser. Ooh, time to add a new, how do you call that, a tip? Pencil tip? Pencil nib? I don't know. Okay, getting there. Nobody has questions, so I guess we're gonna call it a day pretty soon. Thank you, Xenia, from YouTube, for your nice words. I'm happy that my work can inspire you. Feel free to ask me any question. I'm about to finish and wrap it up. Um, about to call it a day, guys. Any final question before I stop the stream? What do you mean, will I finish the whole piece in live? I think it is finished. I'm not planning on pushing it any further. I'm afraid it will not bring anything more. We're entering the land of overkill right there. No, I'm not gonna. This is finished. I think I'm gonna leave it this way. But if it was not the case, yes, I would. Usually, what I do is when I'm stopping midway, I don't touch it. The pieces I'm doing live, I don't touch them during the week. In between the stream, that's what I mean. But this one is done. So yeah, I'm touching up the last things. Just making sure my lighting setup is consistent. Since this side of the castle is a little darker, making sure it goes the same on the town. And yeah, that will be it. I don't know what I'm gonna do next time. If you have any idea or request, or feel free to reach out. I'll probably do something faster. I'll probably do something in one session, which originally was the intent, but it was unreasonable to do so with architecture because it takes more time than regular organic stuff, for the lack of a better word. Okay, no regret, no question. it turns out it looks like the my cable is dying on me. I don't know what's going on. I probably have to buy another one. There you go. So, I was saying I'm about to end the stream for tonight. I'm sorry I didn't see your questions, YouTube people, but as I said, they don't appear on the Streamlabs. So for everyone, I'll be back streaming in a couple of weeks. I wish you a nice beginning of July. Well, not really beginning, it's already the 7th, but until next time, take care of yourself. And if you have any question, feel free to reach out. I'm just going to answer the Thank you, Volatile. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Good luck with the art school, and hopefully we'll chat again next time.